Consumerism and sustainability on social media. Social media has changed the outlook on how many people my age view the world. This can be looked at through many different lenses. Today, we are going to discuss how consumerism and sustainability on social media affects Generation Z. In 2024, many people my age engage with social media for many hours a day, and this includes buying things online. For example, TikTok Shop has become increasingly popular over the years. This topic is important to me because I want to spread light on consumerism and overconsumption, especially in my generation. Personally, I have learned about the effects of consumerism and have experienced the way social media portrays sustainability practices. I think that Gen Z should care the most about my proposal because of its focus on their shopping habits. I want to see my presentation impacting social media users, especially people who buy trending products. Lastly, I think that social media influencers themselves are a good recipient of my proposal because it would show how they affect their own audience and cause a ripple effect if they talk about sustainability on their own platform. The research question at hand includes how Gen Z is affected by consumerism, overconsumption, and sustainability on social media. I think that consumption and social media are so intertwined because we live in a technology-driven world. I think that social media can really affect how we feel, what we do, and just controls entire aspects of our lives. This is why I think that my topic is relevant today, because we see social media all around us, and TikTok especially has become so prevalent in my generation's lives. Consumerism has been an issue throughout the years within the rise of social media. Everyone wants to be in and have all of the new trends of the season. Gen Z especially has been affected by online consumerism. Moraldo 2024 shares her opinion on how Gen Z has been affected by consumption on TikTok. TikTok specifically has an in-app purchasing store called TikTok Shop, where influencers can directly link and promote products. This goes to show that social media does have an effect on how teenagers shop and consume products. From Moraldo's perspective, consumerism on social media is negatively affecting Gen Z. From another article's author, Ariana Johnson, 2023, she agrees with Moraldo and how social media has given rise to consumerism. Johnson, 2023, says over a third of people admit to overspending in order to keep up with the fun they see their peers having on social media. This quote is a really good example about how consumerism and how peer pressure from others gives way to unsustainable purchases. This shows that Gen Z has been affected by consumerism and sustainability on social media from multiple different perspectives. Jinyan Ji examines the impact of influencer marketing on Gen Z consumers. He conducts research about how Gen Z makes their purchasing decisions and how social media can affect that. Moraldo 2024 talks about how items from TikTok Shop are pushed onto viewers of TikTok because of their excessive advertising and commissioned ads. It also talks about how children are now being encouraged to overconsume because they are watching so much of TikTok and its ads. Wujila and Ting 2024 show internal and external influences that affect Gen Z's consumer culture. There are external influences like social media, and there are internal influences or norms like their values and morals. When looking at these two articles, we can see that Gen Z is affected by social media's presence in their lives. This article by Wujila and Ting shows that what Gen Z's purchases are affected by. The article shows that Gen Z is affected by many things when deciding to purchase a fast fashion product and consume unsustainable products. The research they do shows that the more knowledge that Gen Z has about the environment, the less likely they are to purchase fast fashion items. More findings from their research show that fashion leaders, including influencers, are likely to influence other Gen Z's consumer culture. The impact in influencing in Gen Z can be attributed to social media, values and morals, and some subjective norms. Social media in recent years has really blown up the idea of following influencers and trends on those social medias. This research article from G 2024 shows the effects of influencers have on Gen Z. As the data shows that 84.62% of respondents followed influencers online, and they are willing to follow recommended trends and products. This shows that Gen Z is mirroring and following the way that influencers act. This article by Wang and Jay, 2023, examines the effect of TikTok live stream advertisements on users' purchases. The research shows that seeing their favorite influencers or trends make them more likely to purchase what is on the live stream. Young people are impacted by the way that influencers act and what they say online. Kara and Meng, 2023, describe what Gen Z's sustainability behaviors are and how they are affected by outside influences. Their research findings are about how Gen Z is positively affected by outside influences such as consumer social responsibility, collectivist values, and external incentives. This means that Gen Z feels a social responsibility to act in the right way, such as purchasing sustainably. The journal also talks about how Gen Z consumers being taught to be sustainable will positively impact their consumer behavior. Understanding the implications of what Gen Z is influenced by can lead to what we can do as individuals. By understanding and learning about the environmental implications of our purchases, we can make a difference in what we responsibly consume. From Wojcila and Ting, 2024, as evidenced by the pivotal role of attitude in shaping the purchase intentions of Gen Z consumers towards fast fashion, there arises a necessity to devise novel strategies that cultivate positive attitudes, potentially steering consumption patterns towards sustainable alternatives such as the slow fashion approach. Although convoluted, what they are saying is that having a positive attitude towards learning and buying sustainably, we can make a difference in the environment around us. As mentioned earlier, Gen Z is affected by online influencers. If these creators were to make a change in their purchasing decisions and what they promote, we could see a positive change in Gen Z's environmental impact. We have seen the impact that social media influencing has on Gen Z and the people around us. When we look around us, scrolling through endless advertisements isn't the ideal world that many influencers have made it out to be. Be mindful of the products we choose to consume and how we may be influenced by others around us. And these were the sources used in my presentation.